bicycle is the most efficient machine ever invented. 98% of the energy from your legs goes into moving the bike forward. There's been a lot of changes in bicycle technology over the years, especially recently. But the basic design and the principle of how it works is pretty much unchanged for over 100 years. Anybody can learn to work on their bicycle on their own. It just takes a little practice, help from some friends or whoever. When I was growing up, we rode bicycles all over the place. It's not something we really thought about, it's just something you just did. These days, like a lot of things, there's a lot of identity involved. You know, people have to say, I'm a cyclist or I'm not a cyclist. That can be good in ways and bad in ways. You know, and the bad thing is it's really creates categories of people, which we seem to be wanting to do more and more of. But it's good, and it lets people kind of define themselves in a way. I think part of the appeal for cycling among some people, and I think maybe some of us are afraid to admit this, but part of it is the feeling of independence and power, of being able to get around on your own power. Maybe like some hidden streak of survivalist that's in all of us a little bit. If there ever were some sort of apocalypse or societal breakdown, I think we kind of feel like we'll have a little bit of an edge because we'll be the most mobile of anybody, at least as long as our supply of tires and chains and other spare parts hold out. When you're a kid and you first learn to ride a bike, it's an amazing newfound feeling of freedom, because where your world was limited to your yard and maybe your neighbor's yard, your world suddenly expands to your whole neighborhood and beyond. Made a lot of friends over the years with all the different things that I've done, growing up and school and different jobs. Made a lot of friends through cycling too, and a lot of those have become some of my best friends. Some of the friends I met through cycling I haven't seen in over 10 years, but still keep in touch with them in other ways and still consider them some of my best friends. And even reconnected with some old friends from previous times through cycling today. I ride just about anywhere. I like riding on bike trails, but if there are no trails where I need to go, then I don't mind riding on the streets. Looking like it might rain, so better use a fender today. Got my GPS, headlight. Make sure the headlight's all charged up and ready to go. All right. Same thing with the tail light. Why do I ride a bike? It's not really an easy question to answer. Fitness is a big benefit. That's really just a side benefit. For me, it's all about enjoying the outdoors, spending time with friends, spending time alone, and just connecting with the world and the people in it in a way that's not possible behind the wheel of a car. I do try to encourage other people to ride. I do realize it's not necessarily for everybody, but it's probably for more people than they realize. And there are a lot of people who would like to, but they just don't have a comfort level with it as far as the safety and the comfort of knowing what to do if they break down or something like that. The safety is a big issue that a lot of people talk about, both among the people that I know and people in the world in general. But I think it's a lot of an issue of perception. I think a lot of the decisions that we make as a society do revolve around perception more so than reality. And the reality is that cycling is very safe, more safe than driving a car, but the perception is that it's not very safe. So overcoming that is a big obstacle to many people riding. There are aspects of equipment that are very important. You don't need to spend a lot of money for a bike, but you need to have a decent bike that fits you well and is also appropriate for the kind of riding you're going to do. Especially these days, there are more and more categories of bicycles, so having somebody help you navigate through that is helpful. Beer and bicycling do have you might say history, or just kind of a connection, and this again may just be a result of some of the people that I hang out with. A lot of times beer is a part of cycling. You're either cycling so that you can enjoy a beer afterwards, or even riding to where you can go get a beer and then ride home. The way that beer and other things that we enjoy are part of our daily lives and just help to make the things that we enjoy doing more enjoyable. As far as the proper beer, that's as big a question as the proper chain lube for your bike or the proper religion. But personally, I would say a good IPA or a porter or a stout. And there's some people who would say a proper beer after a bike ride is a Pabst Blue Ribbon. From this, I think people should take just an understanding of why some people appreciate cycling so much, why it defines so many people, and maybe think about trying it themselves. But even if they don't, just a respect for people who do, and just knowing that it's another one of the many things that we all enjoy in our lives to make our lives better for whatever reason. And we're all just people.